When you're ready to submit a paper to your teacher via an assignment created through Turnitin.com and is accessible through Schoology, you'll just need to follow a few easy steps. So the first thing you're going to do is navigate to the Schoology course where you'll be turning in this paper, and then you're going to locate the assignment. So in my case here, my teacher has assigned an exit paper, and as a student I'm going to submit my exit paper via this assignment link here. So what's going to open up in this center frame in Schoology is the Turnitin.com interface that's going to allow me to submit my paper. Now, depending on how your teacher set up the assignment, this may be allowed to submit docs.docx's such as Word documents or PDFs. You will have to discuss with your teacher to make sure that your assignment file type is going to be allowed through this submission process. If you need a more explanation about what the paper is all about and due dates, you can click on this little drop-down menu next to the assignment title and you will get some additional information. So I can see here my teacher is allowing similarity reports to be available immediately after submission, and the similarity report means what in my paper might have matched with things on the internet or other papers submitted to Turnitin.com. Your teacher will go into more detail about what that means, and then whether resubmissions are allowed and whether late submissions are allowed. These may vary depending on how your teacher sets up the assignment. You'll also see a due date for the assignment so you know exactly when you need to submit this by, and then feedback release date. And that means if your teacher leaves any comments on your paper, this is when you will be able to go back and see your comments left by your teacher. So we're ready to upload our submission, so we're going to go ahead and click Upload Submission. And you can see here we get a new window, and what we're going to do is we're going to choose the file. There are other options here, so if you happen to be just typing maybe a short answer type of assignment, you could type directly in here and submit it, but chances are you're probably going to be uploading an assignment that you have created in another program like Microsoft Word. So I'm going to select Choose File, and this is going to allow me to navigate to my computer and navigate to where I have saved my paper. So I have saved my paper in a particular folder so that I know how to access it, and I've located that file and I've named it so I know what it is, and now I'm going to click Open. So I'll get a preview that I have correctly selected the right assignment, so I'm going to click Upload and Review. So this is not the final submission when I click Upload and Review. This is just the second step before I really submit it. And why they give you this second step is so that you can preview your assignment to make sure if you want to do any last minute checks on it. Right now you're just viewing a small thumbnail view of the paper, but if you wanted to preview the submission in its entirety in a bigger font, you can click Preview Submission. You also have the ability to cancel the submission if you know for a fact this was not the correct paper, and then once you're ready to go, you can click Submit to Turnitin.com. So now the submission is complete, so I can X out of this window here, and you can see right away I have already gotten my similarity index. Sometimes this can take a little while, depends on the traffic on Turnitin.com, but I get a date and time stamp so that I know that I submitted this on time. And if I want to see what this similarity report is, I can click on that number and I'll get a preview of my paper with a number of different tools on the side. And these tools will allow you to see the Turnitin.com similarity index, and when your teacher does leave comments and the feedback release date has passed, you'll also be able to see any comments that your teacher may have left. So your teacher, again, is going to give you more explanation as to what this similarity index means. Sometimes when it's small groups of words like this, it's really meaningless. Other times, if you have a higher percentage, that might have more of a meaning that your teacher will go into. So you can rest your cursor on any of these tools here to see what any of these tools are. If you do want to download a copy of your paper with all of the different comments or the highlights on it, you can do that by clicking on Current View, and this would give you a PDF version of what we're looking at here with all the different comments. Right now we're just going to close out of this. If you do need to go back and see your similarity index, or when you get to the date where your teacher's comments are going to be released, you can go back at any time into your Schoology course, click on the name of your paper, and you will be able to see any changes that have been made.